Alrighty, so we have some information regarding GOP Senator of Iowa, Chuck Grassley. Now, I saw this news today and I immediately had to talk about it, not because I have some kind of infatuation for Chuck Grassley, I could care less about the character, but this speaks to an issue that I have with our government and a lot of the people that are a part of it. In fact, like 98% of the people that are a part of it. So, this guy is seeking re-election. And what I have is an AP News article that I thought was pretty good that detailed the situation. So bear with me here. I'll read to you a portion of it. So Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley, the longest serving Republican senator, said, keep in mind, the longest serving Republican senator, he's 88, said Friday that he will seek an eighth term in 2022, giving the party more confidence in holding the seat as they try to overtake Democrats' one-vote margin. The senator, who turned 88 this month, has held the seat for 40 years, literally half his life, and said in an announcement posted on Twitter that there is a lot more to do for Iowa. A lot more of what? Don't get me wrong, there's a lot more to do for Iowa, but a lot more for you to do? Excuse me, you're 88. Like, you're defying odds. I'm sure 88 is above the average. I know for a fact 88 is above the average life expectancy for the average Americans. He's defying the odds right now. What the fuck are you doing? There isn't much more for you to do. Stop it. Although Iowa has leaned Republican over the past decade, Grassley's decision now allows GOP Senate strategists more time and money to concentrate on key seats being vacated by retiring Republican senators in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina. You need to follow by example, my guy. Retire and enjoy the rest of your life. Seriously, like, this is genuine advice. Grassley waited much longer than usual to announce his plans. He typically announces his intentions to run for another term when declaring victory on election night. This year, he took his time to weigh the obvious factor of his advanced age. Thank God he's thinking about it. Though he spent the summer touring Iowa and looking much like a candidate for re-election, should he win, Grassley would be 95 at the end of his 8th term. He has told advisors he wants to avoid situations like the final months of late colleagues such as Democrat Robert Beard of West Virginia and Republican Strom Thurmond of South Carolina, who were physically less able to keep up with the rigors of the office. Beard died in office at age 92, and Thurmond died 5 months after leaving office at age 100. Well, I gotta tell you, bro, it looks like you're heading towards this direction. You say you don't want to, but it looks like that's what you're doing. What do you think, you're gonna live to see 150? I'm so confused. And what, like, depressing lives to die in office? Wow. I mean, I wouldn't want that for myself. Maybe he's different. And I quote, this is him talking right here. Who knows? I could die tomorrow, Grassley told the Associated Press during a July stop in Northwest Iowa. At least he knows. If I announce I'm running, I'm planning on living to be 95, but I might not live that long. At least he knows. A bipartisan collaborator throughout his career, Grassley has seen his approval ratings in Iowa dip over the years as the state and national electorate have become more polarized. Now, this is something that I want to read to you, and this will be the end of it for this article that I thought was astounding. Although a Des Moines Register Maliek-sama Iowa poll in June showed 64% of Iowans said that they didn't want Grassley to run again. 64%, that's overwhelming. A poll by the same group published this week showed that Grassley leads 55% to 37% among likely voters in a matchup between him and Finkner. She's like I think it's a she. She's a Democratic opponent of his in the state of Iowa. Now, what I want to do now is show you a tweet. This is his tweet. He tweeted out, "It's 4 a.m. in Iowa, so I'm running." I'm going to just stop right there. Who believes that this 84-year-old guy is running? Now, look, maybe he is running. There's a GIF here, but this GIF isn't him. I doubt he's running. This guy probably hasn't ran in 20 years. Stop the bullshit, man. He's trying to give the facade that he's still young. You're not young, man. You can 88. Stop. Okay, he says it's 4 a.m. in Iowa, so I'm running. This is not ageism, by the way. I do that 6 days a week. This guy gets up at 4 a.m., 6 days a week to run. He's 88 years old. I've never seen this in my life. I've never seen it. Before I start the day, I want you to know what Barbara and I have decided. I'm running for re-election. Running. Uh, a lot more to do. Maybe that's what he means. Maybe he's not physically running. I don't know. A lot more to do for Iowa. We ask and will work for your support. Will you join us? Hashtag Grassley runs. Hashtag Grassley works. You're not running. I don't think he's running literally. Maybe that's not what he means. I don't want to get hung up on this, but let me move past it. But look, moral of the story is this. We essentially have, and this is a prime example, a geriatric facility for government. Okay? We have people that are so old that have a mindset of being in like the 1940s governing in 2021. That shouldn't be a thing. No. We need progressive mindsets. Even if you don't have an ideology that agrees with mine, I would like a person with a mindset that correlates with, the people of this country as it is right now, not as it was 60 years ago, like Mr. Chuck Grassley here. Absolutely insane. Mitch McConnell, he's like 80. Joe Biden's like 81. Nancy Pelosi's like 80. They're all like super old. You get what I'm saying? Like they're archaic. And like I don't understand this. Like, what's their thing? Do they have like some kind of serum in Washington that enables you to live to see 200 years of age, like back in biblical time? I have no idea like what their game is here, but this guy wants to run for re-election. But what I want to do to end off the video is give you a taste of who this guy is, just a little bit, just in case you didn't know. But first, let me read off this fact. Grassley is one of only 2 remaining U.S. senators to have served during the presidency of Jimmy Carter. God, he's old, man. Now, what I want to do is show you a couple of positions, political positions. So he's anti-abortion, pro-life. So that we don't agree with that. He's anti-estate tax, which is essentially a tax on, it's a property tax. And who owns property? The fucking rich. So he likes to funnel money to the top. He's essentially anti-healthcare. Okay, he opposes the ACA, the Affordable Care Act. He continuously tried to appeal it. He's anti-marijuana. He's pro-Israel, which essentially means you're anti-Palestinian. I thought this is amazing. In April 2017, Grassley co-sponsored the Israel Anti-Boycott Act, which would make it a federal crime for Americans to encourage or participate in boycotts against Israel and Israeli settlements in the West Bank. Wow. So he's anti-protest. So he's anti-freedom to protest. That's absolutely amazing. That's pretty much it on this guy. I had fun making this video. Moral of the story is this, man. Hang it up. Hang it up. Like, if I was a politician, speaking personally now, I don't think I'd govern past the age of like 50 or 60. Like, genuinely. I mean, this is insane. It seems to me like they want to, like, as long as they can draw breath, they want to fuck us over. I mean, it's seriously, as long as they can breathe and move their arms and legs and they have a functioning brain, they want to continue to screw us over and make life work for us and continue to be corrupt and evil and worthless as they have been. And I'm referencing these insane politicians for so many years now. That's what it seems like they want to do, And it's funny because I talk about Chuck Grassley like this, but when it comes to a guy like Bernie Sanders, I don't ever want to see him retire. You want to know why? Because he's on the right side of history and he fights for the things that they actually need to fight for. He's on the right side of this stuff, and the day he retires will indeed be a sad day. But that being said, Chuck, you're no Bernie Sanders. You never have been. You never will be. So hang it up, buddy.